Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. You might notice that this video has a new title which I'm calling the Studio Diaries. And that's because I kind of want to rename and rebrand all the vlogs that I'm doing, as I've never liked the word vlog and I just feel that Studio Diaries sounds a bit more professional and that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm sorry if this counts as another vlog, so that's probably 3 in a row now. I apologise, but I hope you'll still enjoy this video as I've put a lot of editing and work into this to try and make it very interesting, and that's what I want for the future of these types of videos, is I want them to be very interesting to both watch and to listen to, so hopefully I can achieve that. So I just wanted to say about my last video, the way I was feeling and how I felt bad for leaving you on that negative note. I want to say though, the amount of support and encouraging words I received from everybody was really wonderful. You're also very mature and you all have great advice, and I have been trying to listen to it, but I just want to say I am so thankful for all of you. You really are a wonderful audience, so thank you very much. But yes, I did feel bad for leaving you all on a bad note, so I wanted to make this video to show you that I am taking steps to remedy the way I was feeling. So one of those steps was actually to get out of the house more. I know that is something that's actually really important and it's always something I don't do. I don't know what it is. I do like to get out of the house. I love travelling, I love going places and visiting gardens and going for walks, but somehow it's just really hard to get out of the house. Like, the first step is very hard. But I did manage to get out on quite a few more walks. It was around April, I think. Wait, no, it'll be at the end of the March. It's April now as I'm filming this, but yes, I got out of the house more. I tried to go for more walks. I met up with my friend Lethal Aurora Mage in town and we had like a really nice drink together. And with getting out of the house, I've tried to push myself to notice my surroundings, if that makes sense. On the 5th of April we went to Rutland Water for the day and we had a very nice walk around the lake, though we didn't manage to go all the way around. But as I was walking, I tried to notice everything that was around me, and that's what I've been doing on the little walks that I've been going for on my own. I find nature a very good source of inspiration for when I feel not so great about my drawing. So when I went out for these walks and these trips, I really tried to notice the shape of the leaves, the details in the trees, the little buds and flowers that were starting to grow because spring was coming. So at this point I was kind of realising what the problem was with my work. I felt it was very stale and stagnant and almost lifeless. It didn't feel enjoyable at all compared to what everyone else was doing. And I know it's wrong to compare yourself to other artists, but sadly it sometimes creeps up on you when you least expect it. So a habit I'm trying to introduce is actually drawing outside more and taking my sketchbook on the go to do sort of observational drawings from life and try and draw my surroundings and what I'm seeing. And I started with the trip to Rutland Water. I actually put together a little travel set with like a small square sketchbook, a little watercolour set that I made myself, though I guess I didn't really make it. I sort of bought a cheap palette from Flying Tiger. I took the cheap paints out and put my own colours in, and so that is actually in the van, ready to go and always there when I need it, so I don't need to worry about packing a sketchbook and art supplies to take with me on trips. With my sketchbooks, I would really like to achieve a sort of travel journal with little mementos pressed into the pages, like pressed flowers or tickets or receipts, just things that make it look more like a diary instead of a sketchbook. I think the term for drawing outside is plein air. I could be getting that wrong, but it's something I really like the look of, as I think it's really fun to document the places and things you have seen, because it's your own unique view. No one else will see that place or that object the way you see it, and the way you draw will be completely different to how they draw. So I'm really excited for getting out more and doing more observational drawings and plein air drawings. So I do find it a little bit awkward drawing outside. I'm very worried for people to come by and stop and ask me what I'm doing, because around my area there are actually some really fantastic places to draw, but I feel like I'm not at that level yet. Right now I've just been keeping my plein air drawings to the garden at the minute, so you will see a lot of flowers and this painting of the washing line and the trees behind it, which I'm actually really proud of. I feel it came out really well. So here are some of the examples I was talking about. This page spread is inspired by all the spring flowers that were coming up, and this next one is just one I did possibly a day ago. It was either 1 or 2 days ago, but I really enjoyed just sitting outside and just painting all these plants, so I hope it doesn't get too repetitive seeing lots and lots of plants and flowers. It's just something I've been really enjoying. I do want to try and branch out and draw buildings. I'm not so bothered about people. Live drawing is fun, but I find I want to draw different things now. So another thing I'm a bit worried about if I go out and draw in public is I'm worried for how long I will take. If I'm with someone, I don't want them waiting ages for me, so I really want to try and speed up my drawing process. But at the same time, I don't want to rush myself, as I find when I try and rush drawings, I feel very bad about them later on. I think that was one of the things that was making me feel down earlier, is that I was trying to power through that bad feeling of everything was coming out really bad, so I tried to make more artwork faster, but that didn't really work because the more I rushed the drawings, the worse they looked. And the worse these drawings came out, the more frightened I became of doing more finished pieces, because I was worried about wasting my supplies and paper. And so I kind of went into this weird spiral of being too afraid to draw and being so unhappy with everything I was drawing. But after a little break and just trying to settle down and draw in the garden, I feel it did really help. Just having a proper subject matter in front of me to draw, because I do feel a lot of that worry and bad feeling was because I still haven't found my voice in this world of art and illustrators. But I do feel like I am getting somewhere at last. I'm just not sure if people will like where I take my artwork. I feel a lot of it will still stay similar to what I have been doing, sort of like comics and character illustrations, but at the same time it might turn into a direction that people don't like, and I'm a bit worried about disappointing people. So a couple of other things I've been up to lately is I've actually started growing my own vegetables. I am not an expert at all at growing vegetables or flowers, but I was really excited to try it. So I'm actually growing some edamame beans, some harlequin carrots, and some edible gourds, as well as some ornamental ones for the autumn, so I can't wait for those to come up and I can't wait to show you what they look like. Apparently you can let them dry out and you can varnish them later on, so I'm so excited to see how that looks in future. I also have this lovely big patch of herbs growing as well, because I don't think I've ever mentioned that I actually have half an allotment. I have not showed you the full allotment as I kind of want to keep it a surprise till it's more grown. I'd like more flowers there and when the fruits and vegetables are coming out, but I'm very excited to show you that one day. I also had a wonderful opportunity to film all these tulips that had come up on the allotment. These were actually on one of our neighbours' allotments, so I asked her permission if I could take pictures and she said yes. And as you can see, there's such a beautiful array of colours and designs that I couldn't believe it. It just looks so beautiful, this bright patch of colour. It is amazing. Something I've really been enjoying actually is filming video clips and taking pictures. It's not something I was bothered about at first, but as I've started making more videos, I've found it really interesting to set up pictures and set up filming shots. It's a whole nother art form in itself, and I've really been enjoying just taking my camera and just trying to get like the perfect shot of a flower or the sky and trying to make it look cohesive, almost like it tells a story. So today is April 25th. I've just updated my comic after a really long hiatus, but sadly I think the hiatus is going to continue because I have actually run out of pages. I actually haven't been feeling too great about my comic work lately. I'm not sure whether it's the direction I'm taking it in or the style, so maybe I'm going to try and do something different for the art style. Like maybe, I think I might have grown tired of these really thick bold outlines and the way that I colour it. I know I'm not quite happy with this colour scheme on this page, so hopefully I can change this up in the next few pages. I do have a lot of this next chapter planned out, but I'm just not sure where I'm going after that chapter, so sadly I think this hiatus might continue a bit longer. So something else I've done recently is I've actually had a massive declutter of all the stuff that was in my room, as I found I had accumulated a lot of things that I didn't need, so I've just gone through and had a massive declutter. And I've also sort of started rearranging my room, and I know I did a room tour not so long ago, but I don't know what it is. I always feel like I need to be moving stuff around. I need the freedom to change things. So you actually might notice that I've taken down those square shelves, as I wasn't very happy with them. Whenever I put the light on above, they made really strange shadows, and I noticed I was just putting a lot of junk on them instead of the stuff that meant something to me. So I've just got a little shelf there and I've just put them there for now. I'm not sure I'll put shelves back up on this wall. I kind of just want to leave it so I can just move stuff around. So right now I just have some little Pantone colour charts and these botanical illustration postcards that I found in a book I bought from a charity shop. Well, I bought it secondhand and all these postcards kind of fell out, but I was really happy because I really like them, so I just put them up there for now. So again, it might change. I'm never sure what I want to do with this wall, so for now it's just going to be the evolving wall. And speaking of adjustments, I actually bought this bedding from Asda. They do some really lovely designs and they do them very cheap as well. And they did this beautiful houseplant print bedding and I just had to have it. It's so wonderful and cheerful. I was worried it was going to clash with my room, but I find it actually goes really well with the yellow. I actually really like the way that looks, and because I have so many fake plants, I feel like it goes with the theming very well. I know interior decoration and decluttering doesn't have much to do with artwork, but I find it's actually really important to get your drawing space just right. If it's too cluttered, you won't want to go to the desk and draw, and if it's not right, you might not be happy working in there. So I've been trying really hard to get my space right. And I've actually started this really in-depth planner. I did have that pink to-do list book, but I found I needed blank pages to put my own sort of to-do lists on there and things that I wanted to make a point of. So I've got stuff about gardening and a travel list, but I also have plans for drawings and different ideas, some prints, some videos. So I've got all these listed out and hopefully I can get around to doing all of them. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself and not rush these drawings, but hopefully I won't take too long in doing them. I have this cool idea for a sort of postcard collection from Splatoon featuring all different locations, and I do actually have the initial sketch drawn out for one of them, so I will show you that. So here we go, it's in here somewhere. There you go. So I actually plan to do the food truck from Splatoon 2. I'm actually quite proud of this truck. I don't draw trucks very often or vehicles, but it's something I want to do more, and I do really like that. The perspective could use some work, but I'm going to try and not be too much of a perfectionist about it. I am going to change some elements of this drawing. I might change these plants up here and change these two figures here. I'm not quite happy with how they are looking. So hopefully that is something I can work on soon. I'm just a little bit worried after this. I'm very worried about mucking up any other drawings now. I still want to redo this. I would really love to remake this at some point. So I recently watched a really interesting video about making your own watercolour palette, and the video is by Beret Nice, and what's really interesting is they used like a mint tin to make a watercolour palette, and I thought that is a really good idea because the actual palette I used for my travel set is one of Flying Tiger's own brand, which is actually bigger than the Winsor & Newton travel set. It's about that much, probably about that much bigger, and it's not actually that good for travel. I realise it's a bit too big, so a mint tin might be the right solution. It's going to look really cool, but also it's going to be able to fit in my pocket, so it's going to be a lot easier to take with me and take out and about because I'll just be able to put it in my trouser pocket. So for this I actually bought some half pans off Amazon. I think it was about £6 for 50, so I have way more than I need, but I actually realised I can fit quite a few half pans in here. I think I can fit about 13 in here, so I'm going to glue them down. Yeah, I'll do it neater. I'm just showing an example of how many colours I can fit in here. But also, I don't want to be taking loads of tissue with me out on journeys, so I've got this sponge. It's actually quite nice because it's like a peppermint colour, which is in theme with the mint tin. And then when I want to clean my brush, I can just use this, the sponge, instead of carrying around loads of tissue. So I'm going to try and figure this out and glue it all down and make sure it's nice and neat. I think I can fit about, how many was it? Yes, about 9 colours in here as well as the sponge. So I'm going to try and figure this out. Hopefully it works. So I've glued everything in my mint tin. I put it by the radiator to help it dry a bit quicker. So hopefully that should all stay in place. Now it seems quite firm, so I'm already really liking how that's looking. It looks quite cool. Yeah, and I think they're all nice and secure. If they do come out at a later date, I could always put magnets in and try and stick them down that way, but this seems alright for now. I don't know if PVA was the best choice, but it's all I had within my reach at the moment. So it's time to put the colours in, which I'm really excited about. So here's my finished little travel set. The paints haven't dried yet, so I think I've got cerulean blue, Payne's grey. One of them I cannot pronounce, so I don't know how you'd pronounce it, but it's this one. Quinacridone red, possibly, if that's how you say it, but this has actually become one of my favourite colours. I actually really like, and along with some greens. And I have got a bit of gouache in there because I find you can use watercolours and gouache quite nicely together. So I've got like a opera pink, which is again another lovely colour that I really like, and I've got a yellow and a red, so hopefully this will do well on the go, and I'm quite excited to use it. It's a lot smaller, which is really nice because it's much more pocket sized now, so I can use this one with one of my tiny sketchbooks. I'll use it with one of these sketchbooks as this is quite a nice small size and good for travelling, so yes, I'm quite looking forward to using that in future. So the last thing I would like to show you in this vlog is some recent purchases I got from a website called AliExpress. I've heard it's quite good, so I bought some things from there. One of those is a toned sketchbook. I actually ordered one with white paper, but I'm not too bothered. I really do like toned paper, and I do like how flat this lays, so this wasn't too expensive. And I have already started drawing inside. I really love using white gel pen on it, so that was quite good. I probably wouldn't buy another one of these though, because it does seem to be slightly falling apart, but I'll still use it. Second items are these really cute cat sketchbooks or notebooks. I actually really like these for pencil. The pencil actually works really nicely in these, and again they lie quite flat. Maybe just press it down a bit, but they're such lovely designs. The cat on the back really reminds me of Charlie, our visitor who keeps coming around. So yeah, I've actually already started using this one, but I'm gonna not show you this because I'm kind of keeping this sketchbook more private, but I might show you one day. But yes, I really like these. These are actually smaller than A5, but I really like that because again, it's like a good travel size, so I might take these on trips. Next item are these brush pens, and I have to say I really like these. They were only £2 for 4 pens. There's only one downside though. They are not waterproof, which is such a shame as they're so nice and they come in so many different sizes. So it's like got fine and super fine, and then this really thick one. It's just such a shame they're not waterproof, but I'll still use them. I can still use them with watercolour drawings, in fact. I just have to ink after I'd painted and let it dry. The next thing are a load of cute pattern tapes. I absolutely love these so much. This one is absolutely gorgeous. If I can open it. I opened it once. There we go. But even the boxes are just beautiful, beautiful packaging. So this one is gold foiled terrariums, and I can actually show you what that looks like. This is this one. It's all terrariums. It's just so fancy and absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. And this one is really lovely too. I'm going to use this probably for orders when I reopen my store. As some of you may have noticed, I have shut it while I kind of make a new game plan for that. So that's actually that one. Again, it's really lovely in pink. I have used some of them in here as well. That is this one. Little cat. Sadly, it doesn't show up too well on this paper, but it might show up better on some white paper, but that is really lovely. Oh yes, and then I used these two on my planner again. Let me just find the page. There we go. So that is that one. That is really nice. I really like that. And then the blue one is that one. And these are just absolutely lovely. I really like them. They were only about 70p each, so I tried to grab quite a few of them. I'm hoping to make some washi tape art as well with them, but I really don't want to waste them. I'm really scared of like wasting them unless they're so nice, but again, they're fairly cheap, so it would be easy to replace them. As when I go to Hobbycraft, it's actually quite expensive for nice washi tapes. And then the next couple of things are stickers. I really like these. They're all really nice and come in cute packaging. These are all cats. So lots of cat stickers and leaves and flowers. But with one of them, I did actually notice something quite suspicious if I just open this little package here. Hold on, which one is it? Wait, it's that one as well, actually. If you know the YouTuber who does the Tokyo storefronts book, they use a lot of watercolour. I really don't want to try and pronounce his name because I'm just going to butcher it, but I think his name is Matthias. But hold on, it's in here somewhere. If you notice with these stickers, that's his work. That is Matthias's Tokyo storefront illustration. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, I'm not sure if all these stickers have been taken from artists without their permission, because I don't think he's allowed this. So I probably won't be buying any more stickers from online on there, because it doesn't seem like, it seems like they might be taking them without permission, so that's a little bit disappointing. I have a feeling he hasn't allowed that with his work. Yeah, I'm still going to use them, but I probably just won't be buying any more. So that is my AliExpress haul. So with that, I think I might end this video here. So thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the new style of filming, and I hope it does come across that I'm trying harder with my filming and editing, that I'm trying to make it much more interesting for you to watch. I hopefully can return with more. I'm going to start working on some other projects now, probably going to do some drawing. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.